Hello, everybody, and I hope we are all doing beautifully and we had a great week. Welcome to another space-time frequency meditation. And tonight, this Sunday night, we're going to dismantle a really common distortion. That idea that the universe is responding to what we want, it's not. The field is not listening to our intentions. What it does actually is responds to our structure. The structure can only tell the truth. So tonight we're going to bring in that awareness for you that how our field, what dictates everything that is created here, it responds to certainty, not intention. So just notice where you are right now. Notice you and your body. Take a deep breath in. Feel the air coming up through your lungs. Holding that breath. And then just let the air out slowly. So in this frequency meditation, I'll walk you not through a mindset or a theory, but through an actual transmission where the field begins to move because your alignment becomes undeniable. This is what changes timelines. Not effort, not hope, not good vibes. It's all about alignment. That's the system the universe has created. So if you're done performing, if you've pretty well exhausted all of those modalities out there on how to manifest, create, vision boards, law of attraction, the secret, and you're open and ready now to land in a version of you that your field has no choice but to respond to, then this meditations is for you. So let's just begin here. If your eyes are closed, open your eyes, look around you, look at the environment outside of your body. Everything that's there. You've created this. And then close your eyes and come back within that environment where your skin stops, all your inwards. And just notice the two environments. They're very different. See if you can sense the difference between our internal environment, everything within our body where we are, the only thing that's true in density, and then everything outside of our body. That environment around you is a consequences of what your field has created through alignment or misalignment. So as we begin, not in effort and not in readiness, but in the place where nothing more needs to be shown or said to you. That place where alignment is already present in the body, without even needing to know how, begins to configure itself to that truth. There's no message to send to the field. You don't have to go anywhere. There's nothing higher. It's all here within you. And the field's already responding, and it's not responding to intention. It's responding to certainty. This type of certainty that we'll bring tonight is that type of certainty that can't be performed, can't be willed, can't be visualized into being. This type of certainty could only be inhabited. And that's what we'll do tonight as we breathe in. And even right now, your field is recognizing your entry without performance, just presence. So as we take a deep breath in, and just coming to the center of your sphere, that place in your brain, the center of your brain. Some call it the third eye, the pineal gland, but just bring your awareness to here. And if you're new to what I do, if you go into my app, there's many complimentary meditations outlining the mechanics, such as a sphere, the movement. But for right now, just imagine that space in between your ears, the center of your brain, that original point in the brain. This is where perception originates before it's interpreted. There's no thought that lives here. No identity is formed here. This is before all of that. And that is precisely why it's so powerful. Because this space does not need the permission of the mind to operate. It simply is. And as we take a deep breath in, coming into our sphere, and with an exhale, let the breath begin to trace its way down from the center point through your spine, gently but precisely, all the way to your tailbone. And just hold the current here. Let the body feel what happens when you are no longer negotiating with life, but now you're resting in a structure that life already recognizes as real. Taking another breath in, and when we have these pauses, just try and put your attention on what was said before the pause. Focus on that. It lets me do what I do behind the scenes. And now allow the reversal to begin from the core of the earth. Bring this current back up from the base, the spine. No rushing, no reaching. Just allowing the system to rise in its natural geometry. Returning once again to the center of your sphere. This is where you start to notice a shift in the environment around you. It becomes less noisy here, clearer. And again from the sphere, Just trace yourself as you're dropping down through your spine to your tailbone, and from here right through down to the core of the earth, where there's these pure frequencies. Billions of years they've been filtering out any distortions. We can tune into this. We can align ourselves with these frequencies. It's in the same density as us. And for that, coming back up, bringing these frequencies with us right through the spine to our sphere. This is the full loop of the space-time method movement, the architectural flow, that is beyond requiring any belief to be real. It's mechanical, intelligent, self-activating. And we're in this position just by merely doing the movement. We're in this state that the field begins to reorganize around you. Not because you're asking it to, but because your alignment gives it no other option. It's completely outside of the mind. So what we're entering now is the end of request-based manifestation. The idea that something needs to be affirmed, commanded, or emotionally amplified to happen. We hear that in some modalities out there. It's not good enough just to think it, you have to feel it as well. None of it's sufficient. None of it will move the needle for you. None of it will manifest anything. So instead, in this space that we're in, certainty bypasses all of that. It's not an emotion. It's not even confidence. Certainty is structural. It is a non-negotiable tone that transmits through your entire field, whether you speak it or not, whether you're aware of it or not. And when that tone is clean, outcomes shift, timelines collapse. And you'll notice that the people around you begin responding to something they cannot even explain. Because you're no longer broadcasting hope. You're holding position. So just take a breath in on this. Let that really settle for you. So take a breath in now, not to find stillness, but to stabilize what is already still beyond the mind. And let the breath drop once more from the sphere, down the spine, core of the earth, again returning up, through the spine to our sphere. And let those frequencies from the earth just fill your whole body, noticing you in your whole body. This is not energy work. This is design. Nikola Tesla, he never set intentions. He configured himself into the frequency where outcomes rendered through inevitability. That inevitability, that exact tone, is what your system is now remembering. Not mentally, mechanically, structurally. And it's that tone that the field obeys. Let's just continue with a simple awareness. Bring that in for you right now. This space you're in right now is the opposite of self-expression. This is not about expressing truth. This is about becoming the shape that truth inhabits. It's not about voice, it's about orientation. When your orientation is precise, nothing external is needed. It's the field that moves first. And the results happen without announcement. And you remain in the center. Not as a cause of it all, but as a coordinate that can no longer be distorted. In this space, the illusion of needing to do, say, or prove anything falls away. Just by being here right now, something very ancient begins to return. Taking a breath in, noticing your spine, you in the middle of your sphere. Mm-hmm. This is what Bohm referred to when he spoke of the implicate order, that beneath every event, beneath every cause and effect chain, there exists a deeper order, already arranged, already configured, waiting only for you to drop into it, not think about it, not try and figure your way out of it. but just by being present in this movement, this structure, we tune into it. It's like a channel, like a TV channel. You switch back different channels, different television shows are all very separate. And this is what we do here, but with realities. So we tune into, we switch onto that channel where that implicit order is. And as it's waiting for you to drop into it, not to understand it, but to become indistinguishable from it. And that's what we're doing right now. You're no longer transmitting intention. You're becoming indistinguishable from what is already whole. And from here, certainty is not something you hold. It is what holds you. Breathing in. Let's do another round of the movement. So from our sphere. And by the way, the breath and the movement are not to be synchronized. They're very different technologies. The breath is about the nervous system, bringing alignment into the body with the nervous system. The movement is architectural. So from our sphere, just drop down through the spine. We bring these technologies into the spine to embody it here in density. Many people can go to these other realms where there's these other technologies. Very few have the precision to bring it into this density. In fact, Tesla, he was mentally unstable because he could go to those realms, but he couldn't come back here. Manifest it here. So what we do as we breathe in, as we come from the sphere to the spine, embodying these technologies, dropping right into the core of the earth, bringing these frequencies up right through our spine to our sphere. And we don't do this as a ritual, not to complete something, but simply because the field responds to repetition when that repetition is clean. So each cycle, each movement refines the alignment. Each movement makes your present more undeniable. You're not holding a posture here, you're holding a frequency field. And that field, when aligned, begins to adjust the environment around you without you needing to speak. For some of you, you've just had a clarity, or call it an aha moment, not in thought, but in recognition. the realization that every time you thought you had to push for something, it was simply because you have not landed here in this geometry, in this position. Because from this position, nothing needs to be pushed. You're already occupying the version of you where it exists. And that version does not broadcast desire. It transmits reality. This is how powerful you are. This is how powerful we all are. When we start to position ourselves in the structure with alignment. When the mind wanders, when you do this on your own, you can listen to this meditation again. You can even turn the volume down as the frequencies that are live in you. Always come back to the center of your sphere, that middle part of the brain. And let's bring this in for you to make it more apparent that when you do start moving out of center, just breathe in right now. Notice your chest area. You'll have that awareness that you're not centered. And with that awareness, that's all you need to come back. To be in this place of alignment where you are the creator here, where you are the architect in the structure itself. So we sit, not in stillness, but in completion. There's no need to close anything. You're not sealing an energy or maintaining a state. That simply just implies effort. And what we're doing right now is not effort. We're bringing awareness from our memory. The memory of a structure that was never broken, only bypassed. And in this memory, you're not becoming magnetic. You're not bringing in anything. You're not attracting anything, as some other modalities suggest. You're becoming inevitable. And the field, once it recognizes that tone, no longer delays, resists, it configures. So from here, there's no message to deliver, no vision to reinforce. You're already standing inside the outcome. And the moment you try to hold on to it, you step out of it. But by remaining here, relaxed, configured, without demand, the blueprint, your blueprint, remains active. Your blueprint is before all the filters of distortions, the ancestral patterns, has influenced how you create yourself here. This is what real presence is. It's not an act. It's not a practice. We're not being mindful. There's a lot of jargons out there, narratives, mindfulness, be present. But this is what real presence is. It's a refusal to exit the original configuration. Even when the whole world around you is shifting like it is now. Actually, especially then, we stay centered in our structure, in alignment with that blueprint. That's our job. That's all we need to do. That position permits manifestation to occur here beyond anything you could fathom, anything you could try and project vision, outline through the very limited rule set that you're in right now. Let's just stay here right now, really solidifying this position for you, bringing in this awareness for you, so when you move out of it, you have that awareness, so you can move back at any time. By the way, just as a note, moving out of your central position is not a negative thing. As you get stronger, grounded, more aligned, more is revealed to you, you can actually intentionally go off center to explore, to learn. And that's true empowerment. When you can come back to center at any time. So let's breathe in one final time, doing the full cycle from the sphere down the spine, core of the earth, reversing, bringing these frequencies up the spine, filling your whole body. Fill with this. To our sphere. This is not a reset, this is a declaration, spoken without words, held without tension. You are the access now. You're not seeking the field's confirmation. You are the field's confirmation. And nothing more needs to be said. I'll leave you here. You can stay in this space as long as you wish. Observe what comes into your field, what comes into your sphere, and just observe. Keep coming back to center. I've opened this up for you. And now, as we all have free will, it's down to you to practice it. It's a relationship, so to deepen the relationship, let it reveal itself to you. And then watch with amazement the world around you, your reality, shifting without your attention. And with that, I'll see you all next Sunday. I hope you all have a beautiful week.